Good morning, sunshines, and welcome to Wildcard Wednesday. Only it's Friday right now, but after this week, it'll be on Wednesdays from now on. Today's wildcard is going to be a Q&A, which I know isn't all that interesting, but they tend to get pretty good reviews. Pretty basic, simple. I want the wildcard videos to not be too long, kind of like short and sweet, something cool, save for this one. But I've been putting off doing a Q&A for ages. So, we are going to do one today. Even though I'm not feeling 100%, that's okay. Questions. Are you doing a pop-up shop here in LA for your collab with Gymshark? I don't know. I don't know what the plans are. I do believe we will be doing more things like the pop-up shop. However, not with this collection. This collection will be launched online in early June, I believe. Maybe end of the month. If everything goes well, we'll see. They haven't given me an exact date yet. However, I don't know about LA yet. I know we're doing... I don't know like what I'm allowed to give away or what I'm allowed to say, but no, not for this collection, not with this collaboration, no. What has been the toughest part about moving to a brand new city? This is super valid. I would say the most difficult part, this isn't even difficult, this is like first world problems times a million, would be getting used to traffic, which is just, I'm very good at navigating when and when not to be driving around in certain directions and whatnot. However, sometimes you literally just can't avoid it, and it's just crazy. And also, it's a much different vibe here when you go out and when you're meeting people. I think that's harder here than it was in Texas. I just do feel like I get a different vibe in general from the people. I guess strangers aren't as friendly here, I don't know. And they are too, like you get both, but I would say people are more standoffish here, and that's hard for me as a very bubbly person who's like, hey, what's up? And they don't say hey back, and you're like, oh God, I'm awkward, I'm sorry. Favorite act at Coachella? We liked Future. That's probably, I didn't see that many people. We like kind of just ran around. And Experience, lived in the moment. I don't even know the bands that were on when we were there. It was fun, good times. Next time I want to go and make more of an effort to actually like specifically see bands that I want to see and whatnot, but we had a good time. Are you seeing someone? Yes. When will be the next Find Your Happy challenge? I'm gonna do at least 4 weeks of this cut that I'm doing right now. And after that, I'll be back from Body Power and I don't have any travel plans for a bit. I will have time. I already pretty much have the next challenge ready, and I have for quite a while. I kind of redid a bunch of stuff that I thought I could make better from the last time, and I do want to do another one. And I will again fly out the winners, except you'll come stay with me in LA, and I think it'll be really cool. But that won't be until probably like June, I guess. So that will be when I plan on doing that. And for that one also, I'm gonna accept a very small amount of people to actually email, do weekly check-in email things. I will also offer it without the email correspondence, so you can just kind of do it on your own, and you just won't get the back and forth weekly. I feel like my sinuses are just there's so much pressure right here, and it just hurts. Okay. Favorite and least favorite thing about living in LA? I love everything about LA, but I guess my favorite thing would be just that there's so much happening, there's so much going on no matter what. There's always something to do. There's always like some sort of events, or like I live downtown and literally I'll just hear music and I'll be like, something's going on, and I can open my little window and gauge where it is, and there's like a park over there, and they do like events in the apartment building and the apartment across the street, and like there's always things happening. When I want to collaborate with people or brands, it's always like they always have some kind of office in LA, every brand that I want to work with, and it's crazy that there's so much going on here. It's just like such a hub of activity, and it's just the most magical place to be, and I love it. And the weather's amazing, you know. I appreciate it so much every time. Like when we got back from Bali was so humid, and it's just so lovely here. If Lord Voldemort challenged Darth Vader to a death battle, who do you think would win? To a death battle? I mean, assuming that Voldemort could not use a spell to protect himself from the Jedi mind powers of Darth Vader, then I think Vader could win. But I feel that anything that Vader could do, Voldemort could do with a wand, so it's like, you know, probably Voldemort. What do you miss most about Texas? There's about 3 or 4 people in Texas that I missed, and that's probably it. I don't miss the weather. I miss my family. I don't see them as often. My mom and my sisters are coming to stay for a week with me in June, and then I'm going to, with my sisters and my parents, to Vegas for like 6 days in July, and then I'll probably make a trip to Houston at some point to go say hi to everyone. But yeah, I just kind of miss my family. And I miss like some of the food places. I don't know. I'm really like content with my move. I really love it here, so I guess I don't really miss that much. But I feel like maybe when I go back I'll remember the things that I missed. I miss driving in Texas. It's way more fun than it is here, because here you can never drive. This is an interesting question. You find a book and begin to read only to discover that it's your life. You get to the point that you are at now. Do you turn the page knowing that you will not be able to change the events to come? AKA, would you want to know the future if you could? This is what I think. And I don't know, this might be disastrous, but just knowing me, because I'm curious, and if I knew that it was there, I'd have to do it. I think I would just open it to a random page, like not consistently read so I knew what was going on, but just to see like where I was and be like, oh, okay, cool. But then what if that ruined everything? I don't know. That's a toughie. I think I would do that. I would just be like, oh, let's just see where I'm at in like 5 years. Because I feel like that would be interesting. And I don't really know. Every time people ask me that, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I'm like, that's a great question. Because life changes so much in like 365 days. I feel that it would be very hard for me to predict that. And I kind of like it that way. But I do see myself successful and happy, so. Always glass half full. Will you be competing anytime soon? No, I do not plan on ever competing again. And I've given this answer before, and it's okay if you tell me this, but when I meet people at meetups and there's like a 17-year-old girl or 18-year-old girl and they say that I inspire them to compete, I don't think that's a good thing necessarily. At the time that it came in my life, I guess it was a positive impact in my life. However, I do think that my body image is like permanently criticize myself a little too hard now because of competing, and I've built myself back from that, where now I'm not quite as critical, but it definitely does kind of mess with your head a little bit, and you can't remain that lean, so it's like, what's the point? I just don't think that's what I want people to remember me by. I don't want to be remembered because I could get shredded and go on stage in a sparkly bikini. Like, that's cool and I enjoyed that experience in my life, but I feel that I want to be remembered for something else. Because I like inspired you to be yourself, or I inspired you to love yourself at all stages, or when you get knocked down, get back up again, like chase your dreams, do your thing. I want to be remembered for more things like that than getting shredded and being on stage. Which is why I'm not competing with this cut. I just kind of want to do it to see if I can do it. It's just more about me at that point. What was your fitness journey? Ashley and I have discussed doing a transformation video, I guess, kind of making a compilation of all my like old before pictures, or like who I was before I started lifting and things like that, and then kind of what I achieve now. So transformation video, I feel like those are kind of cool. I like watching them. So if y'all would like to see something like that, then thumbs up this video and we will take that into account. If it gets a lot of likes, then we'll put more effort into that idea, because we have so many ideas, guys. We have to really pick and choose which ones we're going to prioritize, and I think that one would be cool. I never really do that, but I feel like that's a good way to gauge feedback on that, because not everyone leaves a comment. Did you ever wear braces? Yes, I was really cute. I wore braces in 7th and 8th grade, 13, 14 years old. My teeth are too big for my mouth, so I got 4 of my adult teeth removed, and those were removed permanently, and then after he removed those, he moved all the teeth together so they all fit more nicer in my mouth. And I've had my wisdom teeth removed, so technically I'm missing 8 adult teeth, which I think is an interesting fun fact. Favorite video game currently? Miles and I are playing Until Dawn together, and it's kind of fun because it's like a decision-making game, like a Goosebumps book or choose your own adventure book, you know, where you go like left or right and you can change the whole game or whatever, and they have like butterfly effects. So that's what I'm playing at the moment, but my favorite game, you know, would be like Ocarina of Time or something. Do you have a plan after YouTube? Yes. I want to be, I feel like I've answered this a lot of times, but I would like to write sci-fi novels. That was my goal ever since I was in 8th grade. My friend Karen and I would write like novels in the hallway during homeroom and stuff, like detective novels or sci-fi or anything. I really see myself doing that once I've settled down and I'm not thinking about the limelight or anything anymore. And I see YouTube still being around for another few years for sure, but I'm definitely trying to think ahead and not assuming that's something that's gonna last forever. I put most of my money in savings, things like that, and eventually want to do like investments and I don't know, it's like boring stuff, but I do have plans after YouTube for sure. Even though I could see doing this for a while and even like being like Tammy Hembrow style with like your husband and a kid or two and you go through the experience, and I can just imagine me with the kids just being a hot mess, being like, well guys, if you thought I was a hot mess before, now look at me and my kid. I think it would be a hoot, personally. but I don't even know if I'm gonna have kids. This is going on a tangent that I didn't foresee, and I'm gonna stop it there, but yes, I have plans post YouTube game. How do you think that you've changed in the past year? The past year, I've learned a lot. I'm definitely a lot more, I'm learning patience, because I tend to be like a not patient person. I like things to happen. I like instant responses. I'm very impatient, I guess. I have learned, I try to give to the people that I love a lot. Like I'm always thinking about my friends and my family and like what I can do for them or how I can help them and things like that. I don't know. I give a lot of gifts and things, and I don't put that shit on YouTube, but I love them very much. So I feel that because I'm fortunate and I'm monetarily blessed right now, I really like to give as much as I can. I've learned to be more independent, and I make decisions for myself now, which is really refreshing because I didn't used to do that, and now I kind of balance it. Now I would say, like, if I really want to do something or if it's in my heart to do, like, instead of things seeming unfathomable, like I can't even imagine being able to do this kind of huge project or this idea, now things seem so much more possible. And Ashley and I were just talking about the other day how we could just make the coolest things happen. I guess that we just have these huge ideas that a year or two ago would have seemed impossible to me, and now I'm like, no, I could definitely do that. And so hopefully some of those will come into being. I just feel like the world is full of these unlimited possibilities, and I'm really excited about everything, and I feel like I'm going in a positive direction, and that I'm really finding a balance of who I am and who I want to be forever and things like that. So I guess that sounds cheesy and oversaid and overdone, but I'm about it. I'm into it. I love it. And that's all the time I have for you today. I think these shirts launched today. These are like crops. They're like, we always roll up the seamless shirts anyway, the Gymshark seamless tops. We always roll them, so now they're actually coming in cropped form, which I think is cool. And that's gonna be it. I'm going to now get my tired butt to the gym after I have a coffee. That's all. Why can't I just end a video normally? That's all, folks. I'll see you Monday in the next vlog, episode 3 of Going the Extra Mile. I just pulled out a hair out of my head. I'll see you then. I'll see you episode 3, Monday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday uploads. Monday, Friday is going to be vlogs. Wildcard Wednesdays. Next Wednesday is going to be very funny. I hope y'all like it. It's very different though. Don't just dislike the video because it's different, because I know y'all do that. Not y'all, but some people. Some people. Some people. What was I saying? Bye.